The Tales of Beetle the Bard, Chapter 5, The Tale of the Three Brothers, Part 2. And so Death took the first brother for his own. Meanwhile, the second brother journeyed to his own home, where he lived alone. Here he took out the stone that had the power to recall the dead, and turned it thrice in his hand. To his amazement and his delight, the figure of the girl he had once hoped to marry before her untimely death appeared at once before him. Yet she was silent and cold, separated from him as though by a veil. Though she had returned to the mortal world, she did not truly belong there, and suffered. Finally, the second brother, driven mad with hopeless longing, killed himself so as to join her. And so Death took the second brother for his own. But though Death searched for the third brother for many years, he was never able to find him. It was only when he had attained a great age that the youngest brother finally took off the cloak of invisibility and gave it to his son. And then he greeted Death as an old friend and went with him gladly. And equals, they departed life. Now, as I said, Dumbledore makes the most notes on this chapter. It's the shortest one in the book, but has the most notes because he was studying them as if they were real. Now, we find out that they are real in the Harry Potter universe and stuff, but he is basically saying that Beetle the Bard may have been sending a coded message. He's one of the people that agrees with that, where Beetle was theorizing that these objects are real, and other people are thinking that he merely got the ideas from different places, like the Philosopher's Stone being taken one step further. Instead of prolonging life, it brings you back to life, and being incomplete magic, or a school of magic that doesn't work, as it says in here, necromancy never actually works. The really cool thing to take away from all of this is that Harry is actually a direct descendant of the third Peverell brother. I do believe his name was Ignotus. It's in there somewhere. But the invisibility cloak was passed down father to son through the generations, eventually arriving with Harry, whereas Voldemort is a direct descendant of the second Peverell brother, and the ring that he gets from his father's house, the Tom Marvolo's ring, actually contains the Resurrection Stone, which was passed down father to son all the way from the second Peverell brother. So it gets really cool when you start looking at these aspects, because you begin to see this sort of destiny lining up. Kind of goes along with my whole idea that wands may actually know something of the future when they choose the wizard and stuff, because it seems that from the very time that those brothers either created those objects or got them from Death, it's believed that they actually created them. Something was building up to this big conflict between the two brothers, and Dumbledore was studying that all along.